Let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt like there's a secret playbook to relationships that everyone else seems to know, but no one ever shares with you? Relationships are complicated, aren't they? Whether you're just starting, have been together for years, or are trying to rebuild something that's been broken, the advice you often hear is the same: communicate better, be kind, don't go to bed angry. But what about the real truths? The ones no one talks about? That's what we're diving into today. By the end of this video, you'll have a fresh perspective that can transform how you see your relationships and yourself. 1. Love alone is not enough. Let's start with a hard truth. Love is important, but it's not enough to sustain a relationship. Movies and books often romanticize the idea that if you just love each other, everything will work out. But love without effort, respect, and mutual understanding is like planting a seed and never watering it. Relationships need more than passion, they need partnership. You've got to actively work on the connection, even when it's inconvenient or uncomfortable. Think about it. Would you expect a car to keep running without fuel or maintenance? Relationships are no different. Love gets you started, but effort keeps you going. 2. Compatibility is more important than chemistry. Have you ever met someone and felt an immediate spark? That undeniable chemistry that makes your heart race. While chemistry feels exciting, compatibility is what determines the longevity of a relationship. Chemistry can fade, but compatibility creates a strong foundation. Here's an example. If you value honesty and your partner has a habit of avoiding difficult conversations, that's a compatibility issue. Over time, these differences will create tension. When you're truly compatible, you share similar values, goals, and approaches to life, and that's what will carry you through the ups and downs. 3. Boundaries are a form of love. Here's something people rarely talk about. Boundaries are not walls, they're bridges. Setting boundaries doesn't mean you're pushing someone away. It means you're creating a clear space where love, respect, and trust can thrive. For instance, if you're always the one sacrificing your needs to make your partner happy, resentment will build over time. Healthy boundaries protect you from losing yourself in the relationship. They also show your partner how to respect and value you. Don't be afraid to say, "This is what I need to feel loved and respected." 4. People change, and that's okay. One of the most uncomfortable truths is that people change. Who you are at the start of a relationship might not be who you are 5 or 10 years later, and the same goes for your partner. Change can feel scary, but it doesn't have to mean the end of the relationship. Instead of resisting change, embrace it. Learn to grow together rather than apart. Ask yourself, are you supporting each other's growth? Are you willing to adapt and evolve as individuals and as a couple? Relationships thrive when both partners allow each other the freedom to grow. 5. Fights are not the enemy, disrespect is. Every couple argues. Arguing can be healthy if done respectfully. It's not the presence of conflict that damages a relationship, but the way it's handled. Name-calling, blame-shifting, and bringing up past mistakes are all signs of unhealthy conflict. Here's the key: focus on the issue, not the person. Use phrases like, "I feel hurt when this happens," instead of "you always do this." When you approach disagreements with respect and a willingness to listen, they become opportunities for growth rather than reasons for resentment. 6. Emotional intimacy is the glue. Physical attraction is often what brings people together, but emotional intimacy is what keeps them close. Emotional intimacy means being able to share your thoughts, fears, dreams, and vulnerabilities without fear of judgment. Here's a challenge for you the next time you're with your partner. Ask them a meaningful question, like what's something you've never told anyone before. Creating safe spaces for deep conversation strengthens the bond between you. Remember, a relationship isn't just about sharing a life, it's about sharing yourself. 7. Your partner cannot fix you. Let's be honest, no one can fill the gaps in your life except you. If you're relying on your partner to make you happy, feel secure, or give your life meaning, you're putting pressure on them that no one can bear. Relationships are not about two incomplete people coming together to make a whole. They're about two complete people sharing their lives. Take time to work on yourself. Heal your wounds, pursue your passions, and build a life you love. When you're happy and whole on your own, you bring your best self to the relationship. 8. The little things matter most. It's not the grand gestures that sustain love, it's the little, consistent actions. Saying I love you before bed, checking in during a busy day, remembering their favorite coffee order. These small acts of care and thoughtfulness build trust and connection over time. Ask yourself, what's one small thing I can do today to make my partner feel loved? It doesn't have to be big, it just has to be genuine. 9. Attraction requires effort. Here's another secret: attraction doesn't maintain itself. Over time, it's easy to get comfortable and stop putting in effort. But relationships thrive when both partners continue to prioritize their connection. This doesn't mean you have to look perfect all the time, but it does mean showing up for your partner with the same energy and care you did initially. Plan date nights, surprise each other, and keep the spark alive. 10. Not every relationship will last, and that's okay. Finally, one of the hardest truths is that not every relationship is meant to last. Sometimes, two people grow in different directions, or the relationship no longer serves either person's well-being. Letting go doesn't mean the relationship was a failure. It simply means it's time for a new chapter. If you find yourself in this situation, approach it with grace. Focus on what you've learned and how you've grown. Every relationship teaches us something valuable, even the ones that end. Relationships are one of life's greatest gifts, but they're also one of life's greatest challenges. The advice we've shared today isn't about quick fixes or perfect solutions. It's about embracing the messy, beautiful reality of love. Remember, the best relationships are built on honesty, effort, and a willingness to grow both together and individually. So, what's one thing you will take away from this? Let me know in the comments. And if this resonates with you, don't forget to share it with someone who might need to hear it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt like there's a secret playbook to relationships that everyone else seems to know, but no one ever shares with you? Relationships are complicated, aren't they? Whether you're just starting, have been together for years, or are trying to rebuild something that's been broken, the advice you often hear is the same: communicate better, be kind, don't go to bed angry. But what about the real truths? The ones no one talks about? That's what we're diving into today. By the end of this video, you'll have a fresh perspective that can transform how you see your relationships and yourself.